Tesla's share price tumbled on Wednesday. An hour into the trading day, the stocks were actually down 7%. But what actually happened on Battery Day, and why did the stock price decrease? Stick around for today's video to find out why. Hello, welcome back to the Capitalist Investor YouTube channel. My name is Ben, and on today's video we're going to talk about the Tesla Battery Day and what that means for investors. But before we do, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and if you need financial advice, do make sure you do your own research, and if you really need it, go and speak to a financial expert. Listen, if you find some value in today's content, please do consider subscribing. The channel is growing, and with your support I aim to bring out more videos like this in the future. And while you're at it, if you find any value in today's video, or if you just like the new price of 25,000 or price target of 25,000 for the Tesla model, do hit the like button. Lets me know, lets Elon know. I guess he's probably not going to watch my video, but hey, hit the like button anyway. Cheers guys, let's get into today's video. So the growth stocks downturn follows the electric car makers' Battery Day event, which included news on the automaker's plans for battery design and manufacturing. The stock's decline suggests investors were largely underwhelmed with the announcement made Tuesday. Tuesday's 3-hour event began with annual shareholder meeting, which was actually held outside. And it was quite a strange one because people weren't sort of sitting outside cheering whenever Musk spoke. It was actually people in their Tesla cars beeping. And it was rather weird. If you can go and find a video on YouTube of it, it's really weird. Go and watch it. Tesla's highly anticipated Battery Day fell short of many people's expectations. Those expectations that had helped fuel its 320 billion surge in market value this year, with Elon Musk outlining impressive goals that will take time to pull off. The CEO laid out a plan Tuesday to build a $25,000 car and cut battery costs in half over the next 3 years. Analysts said while the technology and manufacturing innovation outlined were impressive, Tesla's valuation already reflected its ability to disrupt, and that investors may be let down by the lack of surprises at this much hyped about event. Musk said that Tesla wants to eventually produce 20 million cars a year, and he described a series of innovations that include using dry electrode technology and making the battery a structural element of the car. Those incremental and longer term advances belied expectations for a blockbuster leap forward, which Musk himself played up in the weeks leading up to the event. Elon Musk is teasing prospects for a cheaper mystery model without ever really having delivered on the $35,000 price point he had long promised for the Model 3. 3 years after Tesla started taking orders for the car in early 2016, the CEO announced plans to close most of the Tesla stores at a cost-saving measure, allowing him to offer the car at that cost. He then subsequently backtracked 10 days later, and the cheapest Model 3 available is actually now just short of $38,000. Making a truly mass-market electric car and boosting Tesla's annual production to 20 million will require vastly more batteries than they are currently being produced from a handful of suppliers around the world. So Musk plans to expand global capacity by manufacturing battery cells in-house to supplement what it can buy. He said today's batteries can't scale fast enough, and he is effectively saying that they need to effectively find sustainable energy sources. And he said that there's a clear path to success, but a ton of work to do. Ever the mystery, Mr. Musk. He did say that the gasoline-powered internal combustion engine will be one day obsolete. If the planned innovations pay off, vehicle range could increase 54%, which is a lot of people's worries about the distance that currently these electric vehicles can travel. Cost could actually decrease by 56%. Most global automakers have shied away from making their own battery cells, citing the high investment costs and their lack of expertise in an industry dominated mostly by Asian electronic manufacturers such as Panasonic and LG. Musk said in a tweet on Monday that Tesla will need to start producing its own battery cells to support its various products even as it ramps up purchases from outside suppliers. He wrote that the company expects significant shortfalls of sales in 2022 and beyond unless it can ramp up output of its own. The highly technical Battery Day presentation included several nuggets of news that were overshadowed by the talks of cathodes and electrolytes, with one example being the plaid version of the Model S sedan with a range of 520 miles is now actually available to order though the vehicle isn't expected to go on sale until late 2021. Musk did tell shareholders he expects to see deliveries grow on the order of 30 to 40% this year, reaffirming Tesla's forecast at a time when automakers are struggling to recover from the coronavirus pandemic. He said that while the rest of the industry has gone down, Tesla is going up, and he backed this up with some nice charts on the screen just behind him. Tesla has said it anticipates delivering 500,000 vehicles in 2020, up about 36% from 2019. And in July, the electric car maker said achieving that goal would be more difficult due to a pandemic-related production shutdown earlier in the year. Global sales are projected to drop about 17% this year to 75 million from 90 million last year. And that's according to a research firm called LMC Automotive. So what does this all mean in terms of analysts and the actual price of Tesla stock? Well, while a handful of analysts encouraged by Tesla's Battery Day update, some seemed disappointed, with many saying that it largely lived up to the hype but didn't clearly exceed it. In fact, Canaccord analyst Jed Dormesier actually lowered his 12-month price target on the stock from $442 to $377, noting that the automaker may ultimately let down investors who consider Tesla a tech giant. However, there were analysts that did actually increase their 12-month price target, such as Ben from Baird, who said actually $332 was his original price and actually to increase that to $360. But he did note that the companies lack near-term catalysts and he's concerned about how demand will fare in the current economic environment. So I don't think anyone's really disputing the fact that Tesla have a great product. They're now trying to focus on this supply chain, so getting their own batteries rather than being reliant on other companies because they see some sort of downturn in availability of batteries, and therefore they need to counter that by producing their own batteries, which is great news. But it looks like the analysts were expecting a bit more, and actually the short-term outlook in terms of the next 12 months, I guess, where we're looking at production volumes, and I guess what the analysts are looking at here is particularly demand. So are people going to want to buy a Tesla? Is the environmental, economic environment there for people to actually go out and want to buy a Tesla? And it sounds like most analysts are saying no. So it seems like that was something to do with the price decrease. Although what I suspect was the biggest reason for the price increase was the price hype effectively in the build up to Battery Day, which obviously saw the price increase hugely, which then bakes in anything that comes out of the Battery Day, which obviously nothing fundamentally new or wow came out of it, which would have drove the price up. I think pullbacks are healthy, guys, so I don't think it's going to now just crash down in price. I do think having a pullback in a price is healthy. Obviously, all of these anticipated announcements were baked into that price, and as it didn't exceed that price, it did pull back slightly, I guess, as the price drove up so high. Overall, it seems that the hype going into the event may have been overdone, leading to a sell the news decline in the stock after the event concluded. September has been a pretty wild month for Tesla stock, with shares rising and regularly rising and then falling sharply. Going forward, it wouldn't be surprising to see even more of this volatility. Following the stock's 1,000% gain between August 2019 and August 2020, a bumpy road ahead is almost inevitable. Investors will now look for Tesla to begin executing on the battery breakthroughs it announced on Tuesday. However, many of the innovations announced will take years to be realised, and that's what Elon Musk actually announced during the event. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for sticking with me. It was a particularly interesting event. I obviously tuned into it on YouTube and watched it. The noises of the cars tooting every so often was weird and I didn't enjoy it. But what I did find really interesting, I do every single time I watch Tesla announcements with Elon Musk included, is find it fascinating the way Elon Musk delivers messages and talks about the business that he obviously loves. And it's something he's really, really passionate about, and I do like. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. So yeah, guys, a healthy reminder that if you're new to the channel, do make sure you subscribe. You've got no reason to now. Me and Elon are friends. If you're a subscriber, we're friends. So you're basically friends with Elon. That's what I've heard anyway. I'm going to get my outro scene correct today. So it's, I've been the Capitalist Investor. You've been YouTube. And until next time, guys, go and buy a Tesla and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.